Alright, there you go. Alright. I think let's me see. Why did my voice? I don't know. Let's drop a this and let's drop a this, and a this. Not bad. Not bad. You know, I got a draw against God. It's fine. I'll take it. That's a win. Let me make sure everything is a-okay. I should turn on studio mode first before anything. Just so I can check my main screen, because my main screen should be fine. And indeed it is, I think. Yeah. Yahoo! Oh, my back. I'm old. I have become old. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Hope the day's been fine. Hope everything's been alright. Mine's been okay. But I don't know. After a month and a bit in getting a new job, so far I would say I'm fairly balanced-ish. Hopefully it maintains. At the very least, I can like consistently stream. So I'll take it. But yeah, honestly, everything's pretty fine. We finished a couple of games recently in rapid succession, surprisingly. But yeah, now we have the Breath of the Wild. We finished. Hold on, I just realized I have my audio. I have an audio playing that is distracting what I'm trying to say. But yeah, we recently finished Breath of the Wild, and then immediately finished a single run of Oxenfree. And now we're finishing this. Just quick successions of finishing games left and right. But without further ado, I think it's time to begin the final trial. I think game audio should be fine, right? Game audio should be fine. I really hope game audio is fine. Wait, there is one way to test it out. Yep, game audio is fine. Alright, cool. Alrighty then. Let's not dilly-dally any further. We've got a trial to solve and someone to acquit for murder. Is acquit the right word? I just said it, but I'm not even sure if it's the right word. Let's continue. My back. I am old. Nah, let's select this one. Oh, hold on. I forgot to change my flavor text of this one. Objection. There you go. That sounds about right. Alright, there you go. Let's continue. February 25th, 12:06. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals. You know, Gumshoe. You get a pass on this one, You've been shown to be like very kind and such. So you get a pass. Oh, Guess I am. I'll come back later. Aw, poor Gumshoe. Look at his sad face. Wait, Detective Gumshoe? What is it? Got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective run all around while on duty. Top it off. Call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. I take it Lana's having you run errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Yeah, she asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law? Is that a children's storybook or is that a textbook? Evidence law. Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. You could at least study some evidence law. Really? Whoa. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Him? Guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. Evidence law from Miss Sky explains the 2 rules of evidence law. There's only 2 rules, really? It doesn't look like Battle Book will do you any good now, though. All that's left now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Hey, I can see your name. Sorry, my bad. Hold on. The lighting is blocking my view. Hey, Mecha Shadow. Is there a way to zoom in? Hold on. There must be a way to zoom in for... Because I'm looking at chat via... Oh wait, there is a way to look at chat. Is it? I want an easier way to look at both YouTube and Twitch chat. But right now it's like very... I don't know. I'll try it. How you doing, Mecha Shadow? Long time no see, Sonic? Hell yeah, it's the cool guy Sonic here. Remember, as I always say, gotta go fast. Mr. Edgeworth, how you been, by the way? The real trial today hasn't begun yet. What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with the forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now you're telling me you want to do more? Gotta be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. Huh? She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. Honestly, that's a fairly reasonable logic, despite being quite... I mean, I guess if the person's dead and then you stab the dead body, you're not killing them. In a sense, you're just putting an object near another. It's probably not safe to continue that train of thought. Never mind. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. What? And we're going to expose him, no matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. It's time for the court to begin again. Court will now reconvene for the trial of
of Miss Lada Sky. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls for the witness. But,
Only law broken is... Oh, there we go. I can see chat now. Wonderful. Hey, now I can see it clearly. Mecha Shadow. Hey, I can see it. I adjusted it properly and now I can see chat. Only law broken is messing with the crime scene since body is part of it. I'm true. Oh, yeah, you are kind of like... intentionally or otherwise, like creating more complications, like, so now you have to prove which one actually did the murder, right? Like which injury did the murder kind of scenario.
this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have
Struck a bargain? You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. How many witnesses do we have in this section?
What? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove... Where's my mouse? There. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Edgeworth's smart. Edgeworth used his brain to continue the trial. Honestly, yeah, that is true. Because, like, if we call the witness, there's no reason to believe that the prosecution side would also side with the defendant's witness. Wait, am I misunderstanding it? I think that's it. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
That it's settled. The defense may now call for the next witness.
Mr. Wright.
Huh?
You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
Wow. Hey Zeta, how you doing? Don't worry, you're still pretty early. The defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. I believe better. No, don't worry, it's fine. One day you'll get here right at the starting scene. Actually, you can know which injury did the murder, which injury is post-mortem by autopsy. But like, if one injury kills you and then you immediately stab the person again after, I guess, you know, learn something new every day. Oh yeah, also, hi Zen, how you doing? Hope everyone's been having a good day, or if you guys just woke up, good sleep, either or, you know. Who do I call? Hold on, I can think. We want to call someone. I don't... Yeah. Okay, hold on, let's look. I feel like at some point we need to call Demon, but I don't know if it's now. A patrolman investigating, I think he's a cowboy. Oh, finally bring out the real murderer, never mind, so it is him.
Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. Unbelievable! It's Damon Gant! Who would have thunk it?
Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
The real murderer is Saul Goodman. Breaking Bad is within the Phoenix Wright universe? As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. I am looking for the cube.
It's really hard. I don't know, it's really tempting, rather than hard, it's really tempting to just go do the Optimus Prime-esque monologue whenever I do the judge's voice. I don't know, it's like,
I am in search for the Allspark, Sam Witwicky.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What is this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Your name and occupation.
So, want to play hardball, eh?
Saul Goodman murdered his brother Bruce Goodman to save his client. His client being Damon Gant. Dun dun dun. You know, better call Bruce.
But please, Mr. Gant. Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony.
Oh, righto. What's with the grim face?
First, let's clear up this SL9 incident.
Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already.
Nah, Mr. Gant. There are still some things unaccounted for.
Oh, like what?
Like the role you played in all of this. By the way, is the audio fine? I feel like I should have asked that earlier on. I did a quick check myself, and it sounds fine. But I mean, you know, potentially speaking, it might not sound fine.
Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Weapons?
Sure. Take my testimony, for example.
Sounds fine, thank you, Zan.
I don't have to give it if I don't want to.
What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
Like specifically the chief of police? Or like any other witness? Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony.
Right, testimony time, boyos. SL9 incident.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. The power outage didn't help either.
Chief of police has a special right. AKA boss fight time.
When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
So you say there, Mr. Gent. So you say.
Is that when Dark was arrested? Him, he was lying on the floor unconscious.
We were coughing.
When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut.
Was there a power? Oh, there is a power outage. There is a power outage. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I better hit him hard and fast. Alright, let's see what he got. Let's see the pushes and presses. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant, Lana Sky, also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it.
Okay, long story short. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right. But Dark made it to the elevator first.
Wasn't it like a power outage?
So Neil and I split up.
Wait, you just said there's a power outage. So did the power like cleared up in seconds? Or are you lying there, Mr. Get?
He went upstairs and I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil was when that knife went to his heart though.
That's not funny. Okay, this one is now Lana was jail. Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight.
That can't be the pose, can it? If he was stabbed by the... Oh, right, because this is assumed to be post-arrangement. Post-rearranging of the bodies and stuff. Right. I forgot about that one. Anyway.
Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed. Wait,
Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor? Why though?
Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out.
Hello, Pitch. How you doing? Hope your day's been fine. Seems like you got pretty good results on both the fight and the die roll.
Next to them were those two poor girls,
Lana and Emma. Sup? How your day been? Hold on. I need a switch. I have aged in a matter of seconds. Just woke up nice.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, She must have already known what her sister had done.
Apparently, she rearranged the crime scene. Yeah, right now we're just going into the final trial. It's the final trial. How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk.
That's right. I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway,
We have one more that I had nothing to do with the forgery. So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
that's exactly what I'm saying.
So what I think I need to do now is to prove that that is in fact not the case. If we can prove that he was there before the rearrangement, that would be the hard-hitting evidence that we need. That would probably progress to the next stage.
I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you better stare at my eyes. You'd be better off staring at the court record.
Worthy, always the smooth talker.
Which piece of evidence did ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence. But that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Alright, now we can check, I guess. What's this book? Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department, and unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay, so that's it. Alright, nice one. I feel like this would be it. But like, it doesn't say much, does it? What do you think? List of evidence, nah. I want to say this, but at the same time, nah. Photo. Video. No, I think the further back we go, the less relevant it is to SL9. We have to be one from the front. I don't think any of these would have any point of relevance. So, you have to be what's at the back here, so probably this? Probably that. Probably this, because that's like, why would it have Emma Sky's fingerprint? What would this be? What is this cloth actually? Yes, it's the more important part. What is this cloth? How can we make this cloth important? There's nothing else here screams relevant. It screams dragging him into the case. I guess I can try throwing that in here. Whoa, shoot, it is right. If you really had nothing to do with the forgery, then how do you explain this? What's that? What's that on it? A handprint. Chief Gant, your explanation, please. Ooh, Ganty.
I don't know. You tell me, son.
Huh?
My dear Righto, don't you know the second rule of evidence law?
Wait, is this not registered? Oh, shit, it's not registered. Uh-oh, not this again. Evidence law.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Tell me, how is that rag relevant to this trial? It appears the defense was not prepared. I guess it's too early to use this piece of evidence. Please accept my profound apologies, Chief. Would you mind giving the defense another chance? Well, okay. I'll do it just this once. But only because you asked, Dodgy. Thank you. I assure you the defense is terribly sorry.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't nail you. Whew, safe. Alright. So that's not it. What then? What then? What is the hole then? Hold on. What is the poll? Photo. It must be something that says the time, I guess. Do we have anything that says time? Stab. I want to say this, but like it's not relevant. It's not relevant to the scenario at the moment. This may be relevant, but like not yet. But it could be because there's this image here. But no, this image here has been proven to be the real something that actually happened, so it can't be this. Neil Marshall, single stab wound, piercing heart, died from blood loss. Weapon found in wound was missing tip. Ooh. Ooh. Think about what you found in Gant's safe. I'm trying to remember what I found. We found it. Hold on. What did we find in Gant's safe? We found this. The final fragment found in Chief. I don't think this would prove anything. We found very few actually. I think about it. I think it's this thingy here, and the second half. No, the second half is found in Gant's desk. It's a picture, but what would the picture? Would the picture? Wait. No. This picture was taken. No. Hold on. I think the picture does sound like it could be for something, right? Because like he said he doesn't know if Lana was there, but they took a. Well, no, I don't think that picture will be relevant. No, that picture isn't relevant. Hold on, that picture won't be relevant. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. To make a long story short, there's one major issue, and that is I don't remember what other items I found in the safe. I remember this, maybe the picture, and maybe the autopsy report, and the vase. What I found in God's safe. The vase wouldn't be relevant at the moment, at least I think. Would it? No, I don't think it would be relevant. No, the files we got it from Edgeworth. I think, isn't the autopsy report something that we found? The time is between 7 and 7:30. The time of death is between 7 and 7:30. Ooh. This one is found in his desk and not really his safe, so it's not quite it. I don't remember what the other item we have found in the safe is, if there is any other items. I remember it's this, a piece of the vase. What did we find? What did we find? What did we find in the software? What did we find in the software? Is it the picture? Because the picture shows them there taking a picture in the office. Clearly the office, right? That's the vase, that's the armor. At Gant's side of the office. And this is after the event. I can't connect things. I can't seem to connect. It's like I'm barely there. Like this is okay. Hold on. Let's look at all the evidence we have and let's see what we found where. Parking lot, edge of room, parking lot, police entrance, general's item, parking lot, given, I forgot what this is. Oh, it's this room thingy. Never mind. Given. Your brain is not braining for some reason. Same here, man. My brain's trying to brain right now. This is given. This is found somewhere. I forgot where, but not in the safe. Same to this. That's the vault. This is the locker. This is the part of it. Most of it is found in the locker, but part of the final piece is found in this. It is that, isn't it? It is that. Hold on. It is that because the vase is such a hold on. I need this. So the vase is such a crucial piece of evidence, right? By connecting the vase, we found out the name of Emma. Why is the final piece inside Gant's vault, Gant's safe? Why is it? I don't think Lana would have the code for Gant to have access to it, right? There we go. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. I like playing with that cannon.
Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery.
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
What? Wait, what? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Gant? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this
shoot. Dang it, he got a point. Well, he doesn't got a point, but he has an argument.
Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too.
But we have Gumshoe with us at the time. Damn, should have filmed it. Look. See, this is why we have our phones at all times these days, to film everything. Because if it isn't filmed, did it really happen? Witness. We do have Gumshoe. Gumshoe was there with us. And Gumshoe's not a prosecutor. So like, yeah.
defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto?
Witness! However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Thank you, Edgeworth. What do you say about that, Mr. Gant? Hold on, if I have to guess, it's... Oh, but he's very close to both of you, isn't he? So, it's an incentive for him to back up your claims now, isn't it? Ah, fucking. I can make a guess on what he's gonna say, and it's probably that. Let's see.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
Damn. Gant's gonna punish Dick. What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence...
Rip Dick. Damn. Rip Dick. Dick rip.
In light of the detective's presence... Please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together.
Alright, we made it past one stage. Time for stage 2. Evidence and forgery.
Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment? And a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office.
See? Here's the thing, Gant. We can't. Wanna know why? One of them is in your safe. Do we know what the code of your safe is? Technically, right after that.
A jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt.
And I don't remember what the end of that part is. Gumshoe is earning negative $500K in it. Damn, that's such a big loss every single day. Your back was the evidence. The evidence was a piece of the vase. Well, the vase in... Is it a vase or a jar? No, the vase in general. Because like a piece of the vase and also the list, technically speaking, is found... I guess technically both would work. But like, it's found on Damon Gant's side of things. So like, why would it be there? And why would it still be there after all this time and all that, you know? Unfortunately, right now he's just saying, oh, you could have planted the evidence. You know? Vase, I mean, yeah, exactly, Zeta. Vase.
For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered.
No, I think the list can be... No, but the list can be proven, I think. Because it has a drawing at the back of it. Actually, both of them can prove it, right? Because like, both of them have evidences or remnants of the past incident on them. So when you piece it together with things that things that are officially stored, you get the full picture. At least I think. We're gonna have to see what other options we have here.
If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless.
No, this is gonna be the list. This is gonna be the list.
There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Oh, woe is me. Oh, me, forge evidence, zoop-de-doo. What am I, Edgeworth? Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
Well, sorry, we were on a countdown timer at the time. We would have been a bit more observant otherwise.
You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
Ooh.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistakes again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. Alright, Aji. In return, though, I know. That place, right? Huh? What are these guys, telepathic?
Judge and Gant has a secret spot. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making those ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and Phoenix, you're falling right into his trap. You're making yourself look bad.
Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later.
Later? What are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when Rhino's prints are found.
When? Where? For the SL9 incident?
Yes. If they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
God damn. I never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. Right, the when. I think we need to prove the when now. What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
What does he mean by that? If concealing evidence found at the crime scene isn't forgery, I see, it's just called lying. I'm sorry, my bad. It's not he wasn't forging evidence. He's just withholding key items.
I'm not through speaking yet, Rido. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence lists. Aha! Aha!
Aha! That's the second half of it. Oh, shoot, we need to prove that it wasn't the case. The second half of the evidence list is currently being up for doubt. It has room for doubt at the moment, so we can't really make it as proof, right? God.
For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced.
Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right? The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know.
Come now, Righto. Think about it.
Think about what? There's no reason. You have all the reason to participate in the forgery. God dang it. How can you look me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent.
That's what they all say.
Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Sky. Well, now do you see?
Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all of this. He became the chief of police, isn't it?
Oh? I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
That would of course be the position you have. Chief of police. Why is Gant glasses pink? Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. Was it pink? Oh. The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to chief. That in itself is
As
sufficient
Blobworth's
motive.
U2 part of the brain, we declare Damon Gant a forger. He has all reasons to participate in forgery.
Thank you, Blobworth. As you can see, Your Honor, our dear prosecutor Blobworth here has sufficiently proved all the evidence necessary to deem Damon Gant, Mr. Damon Gant here, participating in forgery. There is zero room for doubt. Oh, of course, entirely, totally. Source, trust me, bro. Blobworth. Oh, it is pink. Wait, was it always pink?
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
Wait, no. Oh,
That's a good one.
was it always pink? I thought it was white. Cause, wait, was it always pink? I don't remember now. Am I misremembering it?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yes, he was going to be made chief anyway.
Shit. So he didn't benefit from it in the sense of so that's not a motive. Unless he really wants it to be fast. The only way it's a motive is if he just wants to go fast, you know? Blech.
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. Oh yeah, because if getting to the location isn't the motive, then the only possible motive is that it will become the major roadblock to get to your objective. So he's hiding it not because it helps him get there. He's hiding it because that thing being revealed would prevent him from getting there, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? I think I am making sense. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Oh, well, that's also the other option. But who?
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
There. It's out in the open now. Archie, would you mind if I change my testimony a little?
By all means, please do. Hold on, I need to click on something. Something has been clicked. Move something a little bit further. There we go.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice
If there was nothing in it for me. That's an interesting fix. That's a fascinating fix. That's a change. Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
He's maidenless. Well, he's also probably maidenless, but he's definitely maidenless. He's only married to one thing, and that's himself. If he had something to blackmail Lana Sky, he could gobble up entire prosecution office along with entire police force. That is true. That is true. It means he has, by being chief of police, he already has the police under him. But if he can make Lana serve him, then that would mean the prosecution would also be his to control. So he's doing it for Lana, but for himself as an ulterior motive. That sounds like something he'd do. So basically, yes. Hey dudes, hey Lara, how you doing? Hope your day's been fine. Mine's been good. Oh yeah, by the way, since I might as well just say it now before I forget. So, 2 things. 1, hi, in case there's people new here, I am one. And I stream every Tuesdays and Thursdays, or same time every time, unless it changes. But I don't think it changes, it just either is there or it isn't. And also second, well actually no, wait, the second one I'm gonna wait until like it's evidence searching time.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself though.
Ho ho ho! Very good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? What does point out accomplished? Does that mean pointing someone who he helped? Pointing who helped him? Or pointing... I don't know what. Let's point out. True. You might not help out anyone for their sake. But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. I don't know where you got that image, Judge, but sure. Oh yeah, you know what? Do I want to say it now? I'll just say it now before I forget, because I might forget it later. So, you remember how I technically finished one run of Oxenfree? I have a thought, and I do want to try to go for the true ending. And I have 2 thoughts, or 2 possible things I can do. One I'm leaning more towards, but I am curious what your thoughts could be. So you know how I want to try to get the true ending, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to go through all the scary stuff again. But I could either A, hold back on Tears of the Kingdom. I'm going to give you options here. A is I hold back on Tears of the Kingdom, and I try to finish up until I get through ending. And before going into Tears, or B, I go for the true ending on October. I have 2 options, because October right now, the only game I have on October is Little Nightmares 2. Like, that's unfortunately set in stone. I say unfortunately because horror is definitely not my thing, but I somehow keep ending up there. And I have technically room for another game. Hold Tears. Like, that's 2 options. I can either play Hold Tears. That is an option I gave, right? The A option. Yeah. I might put a poll. I just want to see if people have like thoughts, opinions, or other suggestions on how I could do it. I could either right now the only things I could think of is holding back Tears and holding back Tears, hold back Tears of the Kingdom and finish up all through. It's only a stream or 2. Yeah, but wouldn't that one be like a case where I need to like rush? I need to only focus on that. Because I might want to try one run where I don't try to look into something, and if I do get a true ending, then that's it. But then if I don't, then the second run is where I would focus hard, like actually look at a guide and follow along. I don't know. That's one way I think of it. But I could also just rush to it immediately, So I'm looking for just in a sense, I am looking for opinions and or suggestions, or like either or, which one is better to execute and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have suggestions right now, it's I can choose to would it require a guide? Is Oxenfree the kind of game that requires a guide for the true ending? But when I say require a guide, meaning I don't need to loop over and over and over again to find all information before I get to the end. Yeah, like if it's the kind of game where all you do is just collect everything and then make the right choice when the questions come in. Well, no, that does require a guide, right? Hold on, you know what? I've been holding this dialogue part too long. We'll continue once you look for evidences. Anyway. As a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? Oh, nice. So yeah, those are the options. I might put a poll. Probably on YouTube. I'll probably put a poll on YouTube as options, and then there's also the other where you write down your suggestions. But the idea of like holding back tears, I can do that. How many more months until October starts? It's 2. Right now it's the 1st of 8. Then there's 2 months. I can play 2. Yeah, no, I can do that. Actually, I can do that. But who? I guess it would be Lana. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? It would have to be Lana, right? Because yeah, it would have to be Lana. It would have to be Lana. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky, the defendant. I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Yeah, it's Lana, I think. Yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah. I mean, she does believe that Emma was the one who killed Neil. And she doesn't want that to be revealed. So, of course, Lana would still be involved in this whole debacle, situation, incident, whatever you want to call it. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed Chief Prosecutor at the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. Gant, what do you have to say for yourself?
But how would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Did you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with
Do we have a laugh track? Hold on. I'm pretty sure I have a laugh. Come on, hold on. Good one there, Judge. Good one. Nice. For a second there, I thought you were being serious.
Oh, wait. You must mean puppet.
As in someone well, there we go. Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her.
Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
Somebody, Judge, you should be a comedian.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. Nothing. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Which one would that be?
Of course, I'm talking about Bruce Goodman. The murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. I really like. If there's a command that I made that I really like, it's that command. It's this one. It has so many uses, so many functions, so flexible, so generalized. What do you mean? The ice cream machine is broken. Anyway, I should stop using it. Worthy, you better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. Have we hit a nerve? Indeed we have.
Order, order, order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
Yes. This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of blackmail and murder. That's impossible. Chief, murder.
I hate when Gant stares at us for a little too long. Indeed, I can agree. I totally agree with you there, Lara. It's like, is the game broken? Is it like, did it crash? Nope. Oh no, it's just Gant blinking at us. That's all he does. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. Huh? There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Shit, I didn't even read that one.
That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder.
Yeah. Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man who's trying to go home. But even when all these years away from what I know. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got. And it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
Ooh, this is gonna be difficult. This is one that I don't think I even have information from the start, or at least I haven't came to a conclusion for anything yet. Evidence that Chief Gant is tied to the murder of Detective Goodman. We need one that specifically calls out to his potential involvement. What is it? What could it be? There's not that many evidence. If you're thinking about each individual case, like SL9 and the current and modern day case, there's not that many evidence between the two of them. But like, what would be it? We have these ones are too far. Show us evidence that ties Chief Goodman to the murder. Could it be this? I don't think so. This one is Miles Edgeworth. This one is Edgeworth's parking stop, so like it's not. I don't think it's relevant. Dancing boy here. Incident files. I can't select it, but I want to try to like figure out. When you say incident files, which one is it? This SL9 incident files. But what would be the justification for it though? Like he's the head investigator. Like you know that's like sure I can just play it and then like figure it out later, right? Figure it out as the explanation comes along. But like I would like to be able to at least get close to something before, just so I feel confident about it myself. And I'm like, well, that's the answer because it's the answer, you know. But what would make it so? What would prove? Alright, chat. We can probably like what's the word? Brainstorm this together. What would be a good evidence to show to him? It won't be Goodman's ID, cause could it be this? Like no, I don't know why I want to say it's this, but it doesn't make sense, right? Because like it could be this, but it has no, because I know there's a pool of blood that existed way before, something like that, which I think it's this, but like I don't think it's this at the moment. You know what I'm trying to say? It's this, but it's not this, not yet anyway. So can we submit chief of police? So it's not this. If I can't think of anything, I'll throw this in and then we'll find out together why is that. Why, if it is, we'll find out together why it is. But there's nothing here that's truly standing out. What ties him? What thing? It's either what thing solely belongs to Bruce that somehow ends up with Gant, or something that belongs to Gant that somehow ends up in the scene of the crime, you know? Totally forgot everything about this case. This is a theme with the yeah, but I mean, it could be, again, I'm not surprised. While I appreciate the assistance and all, but like I don't want like I don't want like direct saying like it's this one. I want to like to figure out why. But if I can't think of why, this is the one I am leading. Luckily enough, that is the one I'm heavily leaning into, because like there's a pool of blood. There's a pool of blood in the evidence room at the time that wasn't apparently Meekins or the Bruce Goodman, the fake Bruce Goodman, aka Jake Marshall. That didn't belong to any of them. So something must have happened in there. So yeah, I do agree with this, potentially. Even Lara agrees. It's not strong enough for me. Maybe there's an explanation. Maybe if it is the answer, there's an explanation. But it's not strong enough for me. But this is the strongest at the moment, I have to say. In terms of in terms of like how I'm seeing it, this is the strongest piece of evidence. So let's try it. It's not it. It's not it. It's not it. The song's not stopping. The song's not stopping. This is the ID card list. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh wait, actually it is. Never mind, it is. Because it's still continuing. Don't worry. We got it right. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777. 7777.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777 7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant. Oh, look at that. He's changed faces. Together we're the smartest. High five. High five, chat. You know what? We need a music to celebrate this. High five, chat. Here, hold on. I'll make the high five sound. There we go.
Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
We've moved on to the next phase, boys.
Order, order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in a violation of regulations.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Yeah, there we go. Up top.
Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman because of the, drumroll please, incident report that Bruce Goodman lost his ID card.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. If they ignore how his facial expressions changed, judges classifies dumb. Look, the judge is facial expression blind, alright? Cut him some slack. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime.
Well, this one's easy. It has to be this. Because why? As the description states, can only be submitted to the chief of police. The judge is so clueless, it gets on your nerves sometimes. It's like the judge knows the answer. When you think about it, the judge, it feels like the judge is always leading us to the answer. So is the judge so dumb that it looks like to be smart? Or is the judge so smart but his action makes zero sense that it leads him to being dumb? Which direction it is? Of course, it always looks back to being dumb at the end of the day. Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. Fun fact, judge, before becoming a judge, had to work as an attorney. Damn. I mean, for him to get to be a judge, it has to be pretty... Damn. Wild. Someone draw a fan out of that. Rival Winston. Winston who? Wait, who's Winston? Is it another Ace Attorney character? If it is, then you can stop it right there. Because this is literally my first, just for full context, this is my first Ace Attorney game. So that if it's an Ace Attorney character, I wouldn't know that. Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes. To transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompany the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
Oh, forgot Winston Payne. Oh, damn. Oh, shoot. Now that you mention it, I remember now. Mr. Winst. It's been a while. Alright, my bad. My bad, Winston. I hope you don't Winston Payne as I forget your name there, Winston. Exactly.
But wait, there's more. The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes, now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once.
Objection!
I think that's his voice, right? The objection voice, like
Objection!
it's like very like high pitch, very throaty.
Objection!
Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
No!
Oh, we have broken through. I repeat, we have broken through. We have broken through his final line of defense. Now, we gotta attack his core. Nailed his voice.
Nice!
Chief Gant, you didn't.
I do my best. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
Everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal.
Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take his here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so.
What? There we go. Gotta adjust my seating. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. Alright, what clue have we never touched at all?
How could a chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. This. Everything else has been useful at least once. Everything here has been useful at least once. It's gotta be this. Mr. Gant couldn't be this, right? This can't be it, right, Mr. Gant? You wouldn't be using the blue badger paddle to bring the body there, right? Well,
I see. Maybe I'll use this later. To move your dead body, Mr. Wright.
huh? Oh, never mind. It's not it. Nope. Well, I got it wrong. Never mind. It's the horror mascot. Nope, it's not it. It's not it, Zeta. I tried. It isn't. Chief Gant stayed at the PD and Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office. That leaves only one possible way. He could have moved the body. How? Because he said specifically it's a useless piece of evidence. Never mind, indeed. Yep, no, it's not it. It's not the answer. He said it's a piece of evidence that was useless. That's like the key thing, right? He said it's like, damn, I wasn't expecting to get use from this piece of evidence, but like, what? Not the attorney's badge. Not the parking stub. Wait, what? To move the victim's body, it has to be something big, right? You think the blue badger is cute, but that thing would stand over you while you sleep. Look, it's one of those, you know how people have sometimes, well, you know how some YouTubers have like cardboard cutouts and all that? They just put it at some random corner. Yeah, I don't think I would ever have one. Solely because I would be, it's solely because I would forget its existence over there. And it would terrify me every time I pass by it. I probably would never have something like that. Okay, is this one specific? Wait. No, I don't think it would be this, is it? Would it? No. No, I don't think it would be this, right? No. know. Is it? Could it? Would it? Because the issue right now is moving from the police department to the prosecution's office. Could you go to the first page evidence? Alright, hold on. I want to see what this is. No, this is nothing. Never mind. First page of evidence has a knife, a parking stub. He specifically says this is a thing to move the body. So how would he move it? The thing near the blue badger. The parking stub? I mean, would this mean? Oh yeah, it would. Oh, I was thinking more on the parking stub itself. I wasn't thinking. Actually, that makes sense. By showing the parking stub, it's not showing the fact that the parking. It's not like saying the parking stub is the evidence. It's saying that. Well, it is the parking stub is the evidence, but like more so saying that the car would have entered there at 5:12. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was thinking of like he needs to go there, but I don't know what points it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's try it. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body. A parking stub. Miles Edgeworth. You mean the body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. There we go. We got it.
We did it. We did it.
You mean I carried the victim's body? Precisely so. But wait, even you know. I didn't plan on returning to my office after the ceremony finished that day. Zeta got max digest. But also, this means one thing. This means it's not that. Oh, Gant wasn't trying. It's either or. There's two options here. It's possible that Gant wants Lana to take the fall, but it's also equally possible that Gant wants to put the blame on Edgeworth. Lana got the call, and instead of like holding back, she decides to go and cover up for Edgeworth. So that's a possible. I wonder which one's the reason. I do think in this particular incident, Gant wanted Edgeworth to take the fall rather than Lana, but Lana decides to take it in herself. But you did return. Tell me why. I was asked to go by Chief Gunt, no less. Damn, all the way from day one. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. So you see, what you were really taking to the prosecutor's office wasn't the screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk. Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky. Oh, so I guess it is. Well, no, we still operate under the impression, illusion, assumption that they are still working together. I feel like it's possible that he just wants Edgeworth to blame. But I mean, I could be wrong entirely, and it is what they're saying. Lana took the fall not for Gant, but for Edgeworth, kind of deal, you know?
Order, order, order. What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gant, please say something. I believe your time is up. My time's up. Sorry, Wright, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet.
Remember what I told you earlier. A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
He's just brandishing one of them right now. Weapons?
Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're just going to run away from all this?
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman.
He can't exactly, man. We're so close to the end.
That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now.
This kind of situation doesn't allow him. But yeah, we also don't have clear-cut proof that he did do it, right? That's what he's using right now. That's his final defense. We don't have anything to like pin him down and like lock him in the scenario where he is the murderer, right? Well,
You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof.
Gant, when I getcha! Oh, and if I could ever get my hands on you, Gant, you wouldn't feel a thing anymore in this world.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body.
Do I have any concrete proof? We do have, but I just need to figure out what. I want to see the call, if it's possible. I don't remember if we can see the call. Actually, nothing about it. Pop it open. I want to see what the call was. That's the thing. He's refusing to testify, making him more suspicious. That's the evidence to pin him down. If only that was that. If only it was that easy. Because it is. But like, it is. It is. I don't know why we're not. Or I don't know why we can't just like, nope, nah, man. You're using it as your final defense against claims being murdered. Unless you're in like a hidden operation. In real law, I'm 100% sure he can't. Yeah. I'm not smart with law, but probably. The read out button. Last call was with Emma. Okay, so it's not this. So it's not the phone. Do we have concrete proof? We should. Oh, I'm not surprised if the answer is no. Hold on, before we actually go. Proof. This is the challenging part, right? I'm pretty sure we have proof. proof, right? But like I can't pin down a specific one. I'm gonna say yes. I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. Gotta keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence. Then please hurry up and present it. Just remember, better prove Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. Ooh, shit, this is intense. Could it be this? No, I don't think it would be this, because Emma wouldn't be there just yet to be participant of the Bruce Goodman's murder. Could it be this actually? I'm curious. What cloth is this? That's the most important part. Right? What cloth is this? It won't be this. It won't be this. It won't be this. This is Neil's autopsy, not Bruce Goodman's autopsy. It won't be the files. No, it won't be the files. It won't be the security video. Not the fingerprints, not the jar, not the locker. Not the gloves? I want to say it's the evidence room floor plans, because like there's that pool of blood there. There's a pool of blood that's like mysterious that happened. Okay, this is what I'm gonna choose if I can't find anything else. If I can't find anything else, I'm gonna choose this one, because like there's a pool of blood which apparently existed before Jack and Meekins. So that's that. Nope. Nope. I don't think so. I don't think it's relevant anymore. Nope. Nope. At least I don't think. Not the parking lot. Death due to loss of blood. I'm gonna choose. No, okay, never mind. Fucked up. It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge, but I am the judge. Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor? It's not. Alright. Nope. I guess it wasn't enough. But what? What then? Do we have... I feel like we do. But at the same time, I think the answer is no. What happens if I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. I don't know if Ace Attorney has a bad ending. I have no proof yet. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
Humph. See, Aji?
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto? Seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you.
Wait, did I get a bad ending? I got a bad ending, didn't I? I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. Well, let's just see how this ends. This is an affront to our senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. Hey, Edgeworth to save the day. Lady Luck, huh? Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
there's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. Are we talking about Lady Star? Miss Star? We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth. Another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. No bad ending. I think we're on the right track. Damn, nice. Nice. Good to know. But Chief Gat has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. The S players could not say between trials. Every decision was worth a lot of time if failed. I can see that. I am glad that it is a safe. Lana Sky, no proof. Hello, Orange Cha. Hope you enjoy your time here. No proof. Yeah, damn. Unfortunately, we don't have proof. It's Lana Sky. It's gonna be either Lana Sky or Miss Star. I think Lana Sky is the most likely, considering she saw it directly without any like obstructions.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Poor DS players, you know, sometimes you gotta, thank you DS players for suffering through no saves so that the PC players, Steam players, can have saves as a quality of life. We shall honor your sacrifices. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth. Yep, there we go. That's the hint right there. She is not willing to tell the truth. The S attorney was killed. The S attorney was skill checked. I can see that. It is Lana. It is because like once you see the moment he said like she's not willing to tell the truth. There's only one person who would be like that. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth. Where is she? There we go. But yeah, I can imagine like DS, games. If I'm gonna say this, if Ace Attorney, the Ace Attorney I'm playing right now doesn't have like a save in between, the playtime, the number of streams would increase dramatically. That's all I'm gonna say. The number of streams will be increased dramatically because like I'm gonna have to go through every single detail and make sure I remember everything. So let's just say I'm glad there's a save option here. Play with no save, be in straight jacket. How do people go through that? Yeah, that's wild. Not even a checkpoint. That's the thing. It's not even a checkpoint.
The defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21. See, if there is a checkpoint in between testimonies, right? I can deal with that. But if you have to go through all of it again, like all of it. Actually, fun fact. I need to make a correction. This isn't my first Ace Attorney game. My first Ace Attorney game is the Professor Layton collaboration. The Professor Layton and Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright crossover game. That's my first Ace Attorney game. Also my first Professor Layton game. Fun fact. Her task: to dispose of the victim's body in accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well, the court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony.
You need to play that one. You should. It's great. It's great. Hold on. I will say, it's probably a common thing in like Ace Attorney participating games, but there's I think towards the end it got surprisingly emotional for me. I don't remember why. I need to play it again just so I can remember why I felt emotional at the time. But also the game's just great. You get the best of both worlds. Both worlds essentially. Like during the exploration phase, you get all the puzzles. And then once you get you get the 8 latent puzzles, and then you also like question the people around and stuff, yada yada yada. But and then you also have the Ace Attorney trials. Well, it's essentially Ace Attorney trials. It's fun.
Huh? Chief Ganch, I thought you were going to eat.
It's perfect. It is. It is. It really is. God, if I can play it, on stream, I would. Such a great game. I already don't remember most of the puzzles already, so like it's a perfect opportunity to play the game. You have not played the PLPW game, but I heard the OST it's been a while. It's really been a while. I want to play it. No, talking about this now makes me want to play it. Wonder how the 3DS was able to handle the sound. I have no idea, man. I have no idea that's Zen. You need to play that. Music will probably get muted in the voice. That's the thing. See, the technical option is we can play it without the music, but then that just kind of like, it kind of like hampers the experience a bit. The music is like part of the experience. Here's the thing. If I can get my DS to play on stream, that's happening. Yeah, I heard. I also saw it. There's a lot of red lines. But if I can get it connected to mine, I can try one stream of the Blatant and Ace Attorney game. And if when I check the VOD is heavily muted, unfortunately that's gotta be it. We probably won't play that game anymore. You need to jailbreak the DS for streaming. Damn, that sucks. Is the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney game a category category on Twitch, or a category in general?
Listen good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
This isn't good.
Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet.
Wait, is this a 3-parter? Wait, is this a 3-parter and not a 2-parter?
Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess.
Ah, shit. Long for a reason. I can see that now. You know what? Fuck it. We're going long. Will I regret it? Maybe. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Is he not threatening Lana in court? He is. Definitely is. Like, very blatantly so. Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
That chief.
Something else, say, pals. Is Damon dating the general attorney? Ah, no, man. You gotta ask Damon about that. If you have the 3DS cartridge, then you should not have any legal issues emulating. How do I prove that I have the... Like, is there a way I can show, like, okay, here, I have a cartridge. Can I, like, just show it, like, first thing on the stream? Like, alright, here's the cartridge. I took a picture of it. Here it is. Alright, that's the cartridge. Now we can play. Or, like, is there a way I can, like, show it, like, as a precaution? Precaution? I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but, like, as a thing, you know? Like, is there a way for me to show it prior to prove that I do have it for streaming? Detective Gumshoe. I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Pretend. You know what? That's a good advice. That's some good advice there. Don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. Nice. My office. Sorry, I am. As you can see from my model, it's very low. I am currently like kneeling instead of sitting down. because my legs hurt, my butt hurts. So I'm just gonna I'm just using my knees for the moment. So you can see me. I'm still here, but like very low. My office. Sure. I'll take the place of that not a girl you used to work with. Could he mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is it? Oh, how is it he always gets the upper hand? Not fair, he has the right to refuse to testify. Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said. But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risks? What did he mean by that? Ah, my legs. Hold on, I'll get back to the chair once my butt is Wait, you think you had to close the services? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm back to the chair. Let me get it back. Great Ace Attorney is the best game in the series. So you would recommend actually buying it instead, at least on Winter Sale. The Great Ace Attorney, is the Great Ace Attorney part of the trilogy? Because the game I have right now is a trilogy. It's the base game trilogy at least. I don't know if it is part of it or not. You can see the option when you try to select which game, of course, but like I don't remember specifically the games. It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Oh, hey, it's Emma. Emma, you okay? Tigak, what's Tigak? The Great Ace Attorney collection, I guess? The Great Ace Attorney is a different game, a duology. I am as you can tell from me reading this, I am definitely not that deep into Ace Attorney lore and games. I was like, I have no idea. Great Ace Attorney is a duology, I see. Is that like an order of the games to play? Maybe there is actually. Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, I see. Okay. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. Nah, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. You want to play it purely because Sherlock Holmes is your lifeline? Like the book, like the detective stuff, or like the stories, the Sherlock Holmes stories? It's time. It's time for what? Time for what? To get into the games, God. Maybe, yeah. I won't deny. I might actually try to get into the games. Look, we have. Look, we actually no. We can't continue discussion. I think I would. At some point. Not immediately, because I have like 2 other games in this trilogy to play with. So it'll be a while. But I probably would. Yeah. Now I finally know what really happened. Layton as well? Sure. Layton as well. I do need assistance on Layton though, because I want to know like what the first game is and all that. See, that's the other thing. Like Layton, I can't. Nah, you know, I'll just skip the discussion part. We'll figure it out when I play it. There's a lot of games to be played at the moment. Somehow, like a pile of games just suddenly drop on my lap. So like, there's a lot of things. So let's push that. Let's like close the box on it for now. But yeah, I will play. Cursed Village is the first game. Got it. Check images are legal if you have the cartridges. I see. Got it. Thanks for the check, Dezen. Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. Ugh. To think that all this time, My sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor. The games do get better the more you play. I mean, that's... I want to say that's the expected nature of it, but at the same time, sometimes, you know, if they experiment or like something flops, it flops. But I mean, good to know that the games do get better though. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. Like, yeah, so one game at a time. We have the trilogy and we have Layton to worry about. We'll calm down. Layton, Cursed Village. Got it. That's the first game. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal. That's right. Even Gumshoe agrees with it. We live in a society, pal. Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. Time for the final act. Woo, boys! It's the final act. Gosh! Gosh, Goofy! We're about to enter the final act of Ace Attorney, Rise of the Ashes. Third day, last trial. Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you. How many games is that? Like 15-ish? Yes, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of games. I want to be there. I mean, hey, on the bright side, that's my streaming career plan. Already set for the next year or so. You've played only one Layton game. Well, it's not bad, but puzzle games is not your cup of tea. Like, imagine trying to open the door and have to... Yeah, I can see that. Honestly, there are some puzzles that are either too difficult. My only experience is like the Ace Attorney Layton crossover. But there are some puzzles that are either like, at least for me, like too difficult or just a bit too confusing for me to like... It takes too much time. And it, like, you know, dampens the momentum of my playing experience during those moments. Like, for the most part, I enjoy it. But like, when I hit those parts, it feels like I might as well just look at a guide for those puzzles. That's not often and not many, but there are some. You could call the Great Ace Attorney the Layton playthrough, since the Ace Attorney creator said he made it because of the Layton crossover. Interesting fun fact there. When Lana tells the truth. Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this. It is to be... Ooh. I am now on the choice. I will say, I wasn't expecting to be a trial letter 2. Because that's not how orders and numbers work, I guess. I'm at a crossroads. I can't not fuck it. It's been a while since I've pushed. I'm gonna push. It's been a while since I've pushed. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna say fuck it because I called this the final stream. This is gonna be the final stream. So I don't know, man. If you buckle up and hope you guys have some free time. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant.
Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant.
Alright, boys. I've signed up myself to this deep dive.
Buckle up. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you gotta help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Alright. Gant and the fabrication. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would have been 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Damon Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And... cross! I don't know what cross is. Hold on. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. Lana!
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago.
Ah, I've been talking too much, my jaws hurt. Cross-examining has taken years of your life. Yeah, you gotta use all your brain power. It uses a lot of energy. More than you need. More than you have. You say you did this all by yourself? Also, speaking of which, my jaws are like... I never talked this much. My jaws. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. It was me. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall was wound up being killed by Dark? Something like that? If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me.
So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes.
You planted the tip of Dark's knife in the victim's wound and then you moved the body?
But why? Why would you do that? You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others.
Why did you plant the knife? But why did you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out.
Very well, let's add this to the witness's testimony. The reason Miss Guy fabricated the knife.
I knew the tip of the knife, found buried in his body, would be all the proof we needed. According to your testimony, Prosecutor Marshall's broken knife was the murder weapon, right? Yes, and leaving it at that might point the blame away from Dark. I felt the most effective way to get him convicted would be by having the tip of his knife found in the victim's body.
So you buried it inside the victim's stab wound?
Yes, because I hated Dark for what he did.
I wonder if I can bring this out again, because I know there's another question to be asked, right? That's the how do you move the body, right? Why do you move the body? There you go. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it. It was by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
Oh, it changes. Alright, we'll see. God, this is gonna be difficult. This is a lot. I may have signed myself into something I did not know the consequences of was. Pieces of the jar, you mean? Yes, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed this crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So, when you first found the body, the jar was already, of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened. Neil Marshall was dead and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have broken during the struggle.
I see.
What's the matter, Emma? Apparently, the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there is more to it than that. There must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone.
So you rearranged the crime scene. Are you sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you, Mr. Wright? Emma didn't do it. Period. Are you so desperate to hide the fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence? She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions. Mr. Wright, my sister's lying. Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. Gotta get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. Ooh. Ooh. We're gonna do this, a little bit of that, a little bit of fancy savings. I do think it couldn't have, right? Because like, there we go, the jar, of course. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. Contradiction? In my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. I realize it's the answer, but I forgot why the questioning is. But we'll see. You see, a message was... there we go, that's it. A message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. You knew it exactly. I realized that the jar's the answer, but for some reason, as I press on it, I forgot why it is. And luckily, thank you, Phoenix, for explaining what I should have remembered. Order. Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Examine. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Also, I just realized a dangerous thing because my cursor was on the close tab on OBS. So had I accidentally pressed my mouse, I would have accidentally closed OBS. And wouldn't that suck terribly? Whoopity boopity shoopity. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Second testimony, let's go. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But you didn't, did you? You didn't get them all. Well, she's sure she got them all. She didn't, but she's sure. Her feeling is she's confident she did. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Jar and message in blood. And look at that, is the... you know what? She's got a jar of blood. She's got a jar of blood. And no one can find him. So the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's cases. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Ace detective? More like ace defective. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. Let me push. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? Aww. It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Wipe the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dart killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Not wipe away the blood? Make sure that the evidence is everything still present in the room? You know? Anything that's not removing the evidence entirely or attempting to, anyways. Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. That also is not the answer. All I could think about was swiping. Could the face be the evidence again? The face couldn't possibly be the evidence again, right? It's not the second time in a row. So you could see the Emma. So you illegally rearranged the crime scene. Yes, I don't have any excuses for my actions. I think we're finishing this tomorrow for some reason. What do you mean by tomorrow? Define tomorrow. Oh, right, there you go. We're definitely finishing this tomorrow. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. Look, there's no way we'll finish this stream within 6 minutes, alright? I've treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. Wait, how long is long? Before I continue this, how long? Well, I'll continue this immediately after this question, but how long is long? Where am I in terms of like the progress if you have to make a guess? I have 6 minutes. Ah! There's still plenty of time to make up. Speedrun. So you know, if you keep pressing enter, you glitch the game and the game would think you've actually finished all the trials. And then you win. after we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. We're at the end. And you know what? I named the title Final. We're gonna make it final. Let's go, boys. Well, I don't know. We'll see. More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony. I say it's final. We're gonna make it final. It's been a while since I've gone long. We're gonna go long.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go! Will I regret it? Almost 90% confident I will. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. I have it. There's one final possibility that might turn everything around. Imagine if this becomes the fastest trial I ever have. It has to be this one, right? She's sure she got it all. If that's the case, it really can't be the vase again, right? Like, it can't be the vase again, right? Right? It's not right. It's the vase again. It's the vase again. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you are unaware of. What? What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Dun dun dun! Chief Gant got there before you. Imagine if this ends up becoming the fastest trial I've ever, fastest trial in the entire first game. Would be wild, really. I'll be shocked, honestly. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. Unless, of course, she's an ace defective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that, bruh? Have you forgotten, Your Honor? Savage. Nice. When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the same time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, well, words. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide the fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? This is not about your dentures. Indeed, it's not. Like, I get you're trying to make it relatable, but it's not about your dentures. Sorry, Judge. We can worry about your dentures some at the time.
Yo.
Why is Judge being panicking right now for Gant?
Wait, I'm not the one in trial here.
Exactly. Thank you, Judge. At least you realized it. You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Judge. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. They were roommates. They were roommates. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hit one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. Judge! Scandalous.
But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became Chief's puppet. Ooh, damn, that's a lot of blood. No, I did it on my own. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. Jeez.
I guess you do seem like the type who likes to twist the truth.
Come on, Judge. When has Phoenix ever twisted the truth? Look at that face. That face doesn't see twisting truths. Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
There's something wrong, Mr. Wright.
Lana? Maybe right after all. She said it to Felix, right? The man who beat up Von Karma exactly. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Nope, not that one. Sorry, I gotta clarify. Not that part. Miss Sky, please testify once more. Right, place your bets. Will it be the vase again? She said, will it be the vase again for the third time? But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Oh shit, it's right. We're getting there. We're getting close to the end. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Oh, we gotta see the truth. All right, the witness may testify once more, for the final time.
Actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Ooh. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword.
You were the only one who saw that. If you only had proof. Actually, I do have proof.
Proof?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning.
What, to me, the book? The evidence law book?
I checked some dates and apparently the first fanfiction on that one site is a Gant and Manfred von what? Hold on. What? Damn, wow. Wow. That is indeed knowledge and information. Wild. Damn. Is it good? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Very tempted to read that now. You can go read it and like give us a review once you're done. Maybe next week. Why do you check a fanfic? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? Look, sometimes people try to find some books to read, and then they just happen to stumble into a certain fanfiction website, and then they happen to stumble into dangerous territories. We don't know how it happened. I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Has to be this then. Right, let's look for the picture. Oh, that's the picture. There's nothing wrong with a little sun. Exactly, you know, sometimes you gotta go out and experience the daylights, you know? A little bit of sun, a little bit of sunlight. You know, the rays of shine. Got some of your vitamin D's. Vitamin D's nuts. Anyway, you're reading for research purpose, I see. Yes, exactly, research. Indeed. Totally. Hey, there's a picture. Oh, hey, there's a picture here. Scientific method. You know, you gotta see. You know, you gotta read. You gotta read it a couple more times. Don't let autocorrect change your message. What? To enjoy a little bit of sun? Alright, we're gonna continue the story. Oh my. Oh, that's not. What a wonderful conversation we're having until we see the picture. Right in front of this picture here. Oh, that's a lot of blood. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Oh, by the way, look at that. It's already tomorrow. Woo! At least on my time anyway. Lana's picture inserted to the court record. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that's the leather piece. Okay, we found where the leather piece goes. Could that be the cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe? What's this? Failed speed wrong. What? This is a handprint, isn't it? Restart. Damn. All right, fine. No hell, nah. What are you, insane? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprint those are must be the real murderer. Ah, shoot. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flesh out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Damn. Unfortunately, Paige, we can't restart the day somehow. If only we could. But we can't. Huh? Wait, what? Gant, you can't do hold it. What now? Wait, hold on. Gant, you can't take my task.
Come now, Aji. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen.
Chief Gant.
What, now you want to make me out as a bad guy too?
I was about to press her. I was about to press Q to, like, you know, do the hold it. But then it didn't work. Like, whoa. Gant took over the controls. He's gonna soon, like, present evidence himself.
If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
Aren't you not allowed to do that? I'm afraid it's too late for that.
What?
You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Huh. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
Oh shit, damn, this is really a boss fight. What do you mean? Like, this is really a boss fight? Like, oh shit, he's taking over the controls. Oh, he's like, oh, still somehow surviving after all those blows against him. But we're getting there. We're getting close to the end.
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone. So, what's your excuse, righto?
Oh no, he's gonna want to make me pull. He's trying to make me pull out the thingy, isn't it? The leather cloth. The leather piece.
Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright?
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Bruh. God dang. Honestly, as much as I hate Damon Gant here, as much as I hate Gant, he's really smart at using loopholes to, like, hop around. At least in the context of Ace Attorney's world, of course. He's pretty good at loopholing around. Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
Yeah, I swear to God. What do I do now? Better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present? I'm just gonna do a little fancy save. I feel like we need to show it, because hiding the evidence means we can't use it later. Showing it now means means when the time comes, if it ever becomes relevant, we can use it. Like it or not, I think showing it, we need to play into his plans. So I'm gonna show it. Yes, Your Honor, I do have further evidence. Alright, time's finally come to show it then. Those prints have got to be the chief's.
Now then, let us see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
I think you got into trouble for hiding it. Yeah, I feel like, this is definitely a scenario where you need to play into his trap. You need to, like, go into it. Because if you hide it and it's discovered, you're just, you're what's the word? You're penalizing yourself. But if you show it, it might hurt it now. But if the context comes and it becomes relevant, then you can play it safely. If that's a word.
It's a piece of leather cloth.
Yes, it most likely was cut from this victim's chest. Near his victim's vest. Near his chest. We can talk our way out, exactly. What's this? There's a big handprint on it.
Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into the sword. What? Whose fingerprints are on this? I'm sure Raito has checked, haven't you?
I'm gonna have to go for it.
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies. Miss Emma Skies. What? They're mine? So I really did do it.
See? I told you it was conclusive.
But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember any cloth in my safe.
What about the glove? Yeah, that is true.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yeah, the glove still hasn't played a role yet at all. But give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. By presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death. Emma, yeah, damn. Now, how do we pull her back? Or is she forced to be tied to it? No.
Emma, no!
It appears we have our killer.
No. No! Everything hinged on that point. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all counts. Wait, we fucked up? Wait, we fucked up? Damn. But that was the wrong play. Hold on. Get back in there. Cannot show evidence. Get back in there. We got bamboozled. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. I was entirely wrong. Who knew? Who could have seen that coming?
What? You lie.
Oh, wait, no, I just realized. We were supposed... Oh, I see now. I see the logic. I kind of actually follow into the... Play into the trap. No. More so, we don't go into his trap. He can't prove that we have evidence. He can't assume that we have. But even if we say like nothing, we can't say like we don't have anything. He can't say we clearly have evidence. Like what proof does he have that we have the evidence, you know? We can't just say no. We're using his tactics against him essentially in this case. We're just saying, nah, I don't wanna. No. What can you do about it? No. Nothing, man. What? How do you know the evidence was conclusive? What's wrong, Gant? We're using your tricks against you.
Chief Gant, you opened my safe. I know you took what was inside.
Yeah, exactly. See, the only way he would have known is it actually is the truth. What? You can lie? Exactly. You can lie in this game? I didn't know that.
The conclusive evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. You know what? Fair play, game. Well played. Fair play, you know what? That mistake was on me. Generally speaking. Well played, game. Wasn't expecting you to do that. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. It's so smart. Exactly, it is. It's very smart.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest. Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of police department. Impressive. Let's go, boys. Let's fucking go. Whoa. To be honest, I didn't think you had gall, Righto.
Get shit on.
Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What you mean? You admit to it?
Shit. Is this allowed? Is this? Are we at the end?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene at that day.
Is that birds? Oh, those are birds.
It then occurred to me that I could use this situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, then when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
Damon can't. He's admitting he is. He's just straight up. Yep, nope. So you assisted Miss Scott. See, here's the thing. There's one thing he can say. He's admitting to helping concealing the evidence. He's admitting to being the one to control Lana. But I think he still has the card to play in which he wasn't the murderer. I feel like that's the card he's gonna play. Or it could be the end. I don't know, man. This game has been surprising me for the entire trial period. So, I don't know, either or. So you assisted Miss Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her planted the knife tip in the victim's body and moved the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence.
Who is he blaming the murder on? He could technically still blame the murder on Emma. Because as he's admitting all of this, he can then admit that there is a cloth, and that cloth has Emma's fingerprints. That's the one way I can see how he can still deflect it.
I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why?
For insurance, of course.
You could have cut it off and then got her prints. Yeah, but like, again, assumptions. He could have done that. He could have also like saw the fingerprints and he decided, you know what, if I cut it off and show that Lana I'm keeping it, means that he's hiding the Emma's participation in the case. Count those days, David. Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
Yeah, see, he's still believing that part.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I don't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name.
Oh, I think I bit my lip. Now there's blood. No, there's definitely blood. Hold on.
I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, What's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ho, ho, ho. Oh, is he sweating? Is that sweat I see? Or is that just a shine?
Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth? The prince, yeah. Damon can't do anything. You must count in nanoseconds.
Come on, Wright, cough it up already. I know you have it.
Hold on. Save in case it makes another choice. I feel like I just want to keep hiding it. I don't know. Age group is red. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Rapidly approaching. Everyone just dashing. Suddenly we see like Damon get being pushed aside from the witness stand. He's like, oh shit, Lara!
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Wrighto. You should have shown it then before it's too late.
Well, I did in an alternate universe, and it turns out that's a wrong move. So, you know, it's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, it's too late to show evidence now. Besides, even if I did, just expose that poor girl's fingerprints. Right. Think hard over the circumstances. The circumstances? I'm talking about then and now. There's one major difference between the two. Weren't you waiting for that difference? Did you figure out my plan? Well, I guess it is now. Mr. Wright, this is your only chance. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Well, guess it was supposed to be a presenting time.
Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
I feel like this is a trick. This is a trick, isn't it? It's not this. Would it be this? This might lead to another bad end. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Okay, no, never mind. I thought I was smart. I thought I was being smart. Never mind. Fine. Everyone's really pushing me that way. Everyone's really pushing me. Everyone's really pushing me. It feels like a wrong answer. It's like the arrow is pointing there and nothing else. It does feel like the wrong answer at this point. But like, fine. We'll find out. Let me verify this once more. Is it his pick of him being dead? Nah, I don't think so. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest? I doubt it. I doubt it's the pick of him being dead. Because like that death is after being pushed. So someone had to push him.
Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open. There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Ho ho ho! Santa, you're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Wrighto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Now why would that be?
Could have been if you push a hand to it. Exactly. You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. I don't know what's being predicted there, Mr. Wright, but like... I don't know what's being predicted, Mr. Wright. If only you could tell me.
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh. You're really something, Wrighto. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky.
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Huh, but I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence.
She didn't, I believe.
That, my friend, is a serious offense.
Yeah, no, she did it. She definitely did it. It must be forged or somehow fabricated. Even if she did, she probably wasn't the final blow, to say the least. Phoenix, right? More like Phoenix was stupid. Hell yeah, Aperture. I feel like there's a different direction you could have gone that's way easier, but you know what? We're stupid sounds better. Hiya, David.
I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer?
No, wait. Damn. I'm glad. Nice to see all the animosity towards Damon Gant here popping up in both sides of the chat. So touching. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? Not the badge!
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. Ooh, what's a contradiction? I don't know that either, Felix. Mind telling me what that is?
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Gant slander. Let's go, boys. Nothing makes me happier than a Gant slander. What is the condition? I don't know. What's the contradiction? I don't know, man. We'll find out.
Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here.
Behold,
the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. So does anyone know what the piece of evidence is? Like, just out of curiosity. Nah, don't tell me just yet. Don't tell me just yet. Probably won't be anything from the front here. Like some the gloves, I don't. Maybe. Yeah, we've had the gloves for a long time, but we've never used it, right? No. Oh, it's fun watching you squirm, Rido. It's not the gloves. It's not the gloves. It's not the gloves. I take it back. It's not the gloves. This cloth was cut from Prosecutor Marshall's vest after he died. Then something's definitely not right about it. Wait. Can we look at the picture? Where's the picture? There we go. There. You see that? That is something. I think. Maybe. Felix, we can't read on my exactly. But I think I can guess. What do you see in this? Could you backseat this? Hold on. I want to explain my point, and then you can give your justification. But if you see this picture, blood is all over the right side, all over it. If he did take the vest after, right, it would have had blood on it, right? But it's clean. So this is my theory. Zeta, do you have an argument? Do you have like a different argument, just out of curiosity? Because if it's the same point, then nice. There should be blood. That's my theory. Blood over there. Yeah, boy, let's go.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. That's what I was saying. Yeah, let's go, boys. We have great minds. Great minds think alike. We all have smart brains. This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is not nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gantz, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled. Hold on, you know what? I want to do this. Let me do this. If I remember the command. There we go. Whee! Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. That's your favorite thing. Submit David get to watch it to pay. Wow, damn. So what's the word? Not virality. I don't know. The anger and hatred towards Gant is very. You can taste it. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword. Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death.
We're not spared. Yep, hell nah. Dude's gonna go to the lowest jail cell.
Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood.
The fuck you can't.
Right? In this household, in this stream, no Gant support allowed.
If you support Gant, get out. I kid. I just.
A jar that they broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago. That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer.
We gotta be. Call me the janitor, cause we clean up.
It's finally all over.
Oh damn. Oh no. I thought it's done.
That was close, Rhino. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence.
What? It's part of the rules now, man. It's relevant at the time of presentation.
Order, what nonsense is this? The illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Aji? Earlier, all Rhino here concealed that piece of cloth.
This is flashback lines. It's fine. We can continue. This is flashback lines. We're skipping past flashback lines.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
Look at him. Look at his hair all limped.
But that's not fair.
Who? Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like last laughs on you, son.
That doesn't make it illegal.
Yeah.
Fuck you said.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct.
Damn. You know what? Keep the good gifts. If that's Santa, keep the good gifts. I don't care. I don't want gifts from him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
It's time to use the book. It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. I want to save. I can't save, never mind.
Let's just save this part.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
I did not. Nah. Oh. No, ma'am. No, sir. I didn't.
I admit I refused to present it at one point.
So the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present the evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
Had a plan this whole time. Exactly. Chat, you guys may not know it, but the plan was there the entire time. I totally know what the plan was.
What do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Aji, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe.
there is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. It would have to be the evidence book, isn't it? No evidence shall be shown without the approval. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. I guess it will be this one. Don't slay Phoenix. you know, you should probably add a comma right there. Slay, comma, Phoenix. That. Otherwise, you're gonna tell people to kill Phoenix. Actually, I'm not sure. Is that how it is? I don't know. I don't know, man. Grammar. This is a wild thing. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself inside of your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial. Let's go! We're doing it, boys. We're bringing the chief of police to justice? Yes, justice. That's the word. That piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest, and we all cheered, whee! And we all clapped as well. Oh yes. Oh well, this is a flashback. We can skip flashbacks. No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there can only be one person who that could be. Phoenix is right! Damon Gant, the killer, is you. How long is this? Oh damn, he's he's gone, he's breaking down. And now he died.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. He's gone mad. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, and yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. Now actually break him down.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, You gotta help me. Hush, Gads. Silence, Gads.
Goodman turned him down, as he oughta. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Then that quick few seconds image of her is enough for that, huh?
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? Can't transfer the evidence out. There's too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm gonna hand all this over to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9.
Love you, Jake Marshall. Rest in peace. Well, you're not the dead one. The dead one's your brother, but
that's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor that I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer, but everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk. What's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did, if the truth came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. Rip the car.
Damn. It's fine, Edgeworth can afford it, I guess. But still sucks. So you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. Gotta hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. We're the same, you and I. One day, you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Master Page, your fraudery ends now. I see you chatting in YouTube chat. Take screenshots. Master Page is deemed guilty.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Haji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Haji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here, and Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong.
100%.
In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. We're to bet. Honestly, if you dig enough, you probably find some. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years, from the time I had God help me forge evidence, up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in the trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Aww, take a picture of that. That smile. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Aw, Edgeworth being Edgeworth. Look at Edgeworth acting all. Nothing. It's fine. Nothing. I'm not bothered by it at all. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Being a Sundar. Lana is cutie. I agree with you. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice.
Edgeworth has a praise kick. I mean, have you seen his past experiences? I mean, you know, like at that point, it's not surprising.
A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of this heavy chains. Aww. You're right about it.
Well, this trial has gone far too long already.
I don't know, Judge. Has it been running too long? Has it been running too long?
It's been running far too long. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky,
innocent, not guilty. I mean.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. Let's go, everyone! Woo! Wait, we can clap once the ending is done. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just, I don't know, after the trial ended. Confetti is well deserved. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Edgeworth. She's smiling. No. You know, I did my best. Oh, she didn't get. Oh. Yeah, it's not wrong. She didn't get, you know. She didn't get me. New games next week. Yeah, I plan on trying out Sea of Stars. I know it's probably a long game. I'm curious. Can someone check Sea of Stars average game length? Average game duration of Sea of Stars? I want to play that, but I am curious how long it is. Because from what I heard, it's an RPG. What will the next game be? I plan for it to be Sea of Stars, but can someone like check what's the average length of it? Average duration? I'm curious. Yeah. All I know about it is something. It's like some kind of RPG. That's as much as I know about it. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Gumshoe has a great sense of timing.
Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? 22 hours. Hot damn. Hot damn. Yep, Sea of Stars it is. Well, yeah. Longer than Red. Is it Red Dead longer? Or I mean, I guess if you're talking about main campaign. Yeah, I do. Well, we can you know, I want to play. You know, I want to play that. I want to try. I want to at least experience it for a bit. We'll figure it out. But for the time being, yeah, I'm planning to play Sea of Stars because I heard it's good, or I heard like the story is good. Granted, it's been a while since I heard it, so I don't know how. Yeah, that's all. The only reason I did that is because like I hear people say that the game's good. So you know, we'll find out together if it is or isn't. But probably is. It'll be long. That's like what? 15 streams. And then we're gonna have a break because like a temporary, not really a break, but a temporary break during October because October, you know, I need to start making. I think I need to start like designing my overlays for October. Hope it's good. Look, even if it turns out to be too much of a slog, because RPGs tend to have a point where it is like that. If it's too much of a slog, I could farm on the side, and then no, not farm. I could like grind on the side, and then we can just focus on the stories in game. But if it's still too much of a slog, then we can just change game. That's essentially how it is. But for the most part, we can try it out. You know, if nothing else, we'll figure it out as we play. Hoping it's good. Yeah, same here. I do hope it's good.
You're doing this on purpose, ain't ya? Making a detective run all around while on duty.
Spooky over. I do need to think about that. I still have 2 months, or a month and a half at least, for if I want to be like safe with some buffer time. A month and a half to think of designing. I think I'm gonna keep the same look in terms of style, like positioning of where Twitch chat is, where YouTube chat is, and all. And basically just change the color palette and maybe add a couple of things here and there. That's the idea I have for now. We'll see if I can figure it out. Spooky overlay, yeah.
Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. Came today because of you, pal.
Aww. Gumshoe, you shouldn't have. Me? That's right. Thought you'd like to see someone.
Aw.
Lana, should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, Big Huggy. But now I realize I was wrong. Like, I will say, I could technically draw my model with like Halloween-esque themes, but because of the fact that my thingy is my Life 2D is no longer in trial mode, so it's just pure basic. I might, if I decide to do it, it's probably gonna be a PNG style. I don't know. I'll figure it out. You know. I could probably make it into the biggie thingy magic, but we'll see. But now I realize I was wrong. I don't know. A lot of things to think about when I am trying to figure it out for the time. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. Sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. Sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Aww, of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Look at that smile. Oh, Emma. Big hugs. Big hugs. Hold on. Big hugs. I somehow hit myself on the camera. But big hugs. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Big huggies! At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right? Edgeworth? Edgeworth? You have work, so hope you have a great rest of the day. Goodbye, Paige. Good luck with work. Bye-bye. Stop hiding and come over here. Where was he hiding? I just came to say congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Get some sleep. I will. This game's almost over. I'll sleep by 1:30. You can see the timer there. If you check around 1:30, if you check at my 1:30 and I'm still streaming, you can scream at me. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Cat was right. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my life fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Give it enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true. But think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Aww. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. I must see it's the book. That might mean something for you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. Huh? Mr. Wright, seems you still have a lot to learn as well. Guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. It's time for me to go. I will get some sleep. The game's almost over. Hold on. This, again, me staying up this late is a rarity, not a common occurrence. The only reason I decided to do this is because I said it's a finale. I might as well make it a finale. It's 1 a.m. It is! Hold on. It's a little bit more. Just 5 more minutes, Mom. It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. The game's almost over. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, Mr. Wright. But what I face now is my problem. Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Aw, farewell. There he goes. Look, you can blame the game for me going this long. I'd better be going too. Okay. But I'll be by to visit soon. Seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. God, there's so much in this epilogue. And this epilogue already, game. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. See, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at prison are a different story. Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Why, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta get me, pal. Huh? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Well, there goes our money. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? For real, there's so much. This game has too big of an epilogue. Come on, guys, let's go. Ah, there we go. There we go. And thus, we have ended our journey. I'll mute the game audio. And thus, we have ended our journey with the first game of Phoenix Wright. Finally. Had I been patient and, like, you know, waited next stream to do this, we probably would be watching we probably would have been watching the ending along watching the credits. But unfortunately, I decided to do how I did it. And so, yeah. Anyway, next stream would I'll just go through quickly. Next stream is Tuesdays and Thursdays as always. Tuesdays would be I legit need to figure it out. I think I'm gonna do a poll. You know, I'm watching on that by. Well, never mind. Tuesday, I think I'm gonna do one final. I'll decide it by this week. By the end of this week, I'll decide if I'm gonna finish up Oxenfree immediately, or I'm gonna play Tears of the Kingdom. I'll make a decision by the end of the week. And Thursday we'll start Sea of Stars. And those are the themajigs. Anyhow. Appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Bye-bye.